chicken wings, ghee roast, and President butter. It can't get better. Let's check this out. So, President butter, originally from France, but very, very easily available in India now, is one of the finest butters that I have ever cooked with. Now, it's got this really nice, fantastic butter fat content which is high, and it's got this beautiful, almost like a hand churned, beautifully slightly sour in taste, well, in a good sour way, like really good fermented butter. So literally घर का मक्खन बिल्कुल पैकेट में है, and that's the reason why I love to cook with it. Also, now first for our ghee roast we need ghee, but in this case you don't actually need ghee because I'm actually clarifying this salted President butter to make ghee. What is ghee? Ghee is clarified butter. Simple. So first things first, I'm going to be melting this 500 grams of butter because I'm going to be also making a ghee roast rice with this and all that jazz. Ghee roast actually comes from Mangalore in Karnataka. It is a fantastic blend of bright red chilies which are actually primarily made with byagdi chilies which come from Karnataka. Now I'm using a combination of byagdi as well as Kashmiri because for the spice and for that amazing color. Now to complete the masala, what do we have here? I've got about 1 tablespoon of coriander seeds, 1 teaspoon of sauf, which is fennel. I also have some jeera, which is cumin seeds, about 1 to 1.5 teaspoon here. And then I have 2 teaspoons almost of black peppercorns, okay? So literally what I'm doing here is I'm going to be actually toasting these spices here. And over here I've already pre-soaked some beautiful chilies, as you can see here. They're really nice and plump. So this takes a bit of preparation, so you de-stem them, cut them, take most of the seeds out, and then we actually soak it in water for a few hours and we actually simmer them. So they almost hydrate and it gives out that most amazing spice and color which we are looking for. So remember one thing, that when you are cooking with spices, you have to actually toast them and roast them a little bit because उसकी फिर जान वापस आ जाती है. So literally you are toasting up, हमारे spices में natural oils रहते हैं. So we are actually doing that. So these are almost done. So these are nicely toasted. I'm just going to let it sit in this warm pan. Now while this is happening, I'm going to be making a very light marination just to spice up my chicken wings, bring some life to them. So in this I have a little bit of salt. Okay, so salt is always to taste. Now remember, we are also using salted butter to clarify it to make our ghee. So remember, there is a nice beautiful element of salt also in this. We're going to be adding some juice of 1 lemon in this, okay? Now this is a little addition, things which I like to do as a chef, you know, you will use recipes as a reference. लेकिन उसके बाद जो हर शेफ की अलग टेक होती है, तो I like to add my little Vicky bits to it, है ना? So we've got salt, we've got some lemon, which is a great combo, in which I'm going to be also adding a little bit of haldi, like literally half a teaspoon of haldi, and I'm going to be adding about a teaspoon or so of some byagdi chili powder as well, okay? Beautiful. So this is done. I'm going to give this a little mix now. Now, अगर आप चाहो, you can also do this in advance. आप इसको हल्का सा marination ऐसे बिल्कुल इसी तरह कर सकते हो, ठीक है? क्योंकि अभी हम पहले हम इसको ये घी में फ्राई करेंगे चिकन विंग्स को, उसके बाद हम उसको निकालेंगे, and then we are going to be frying the ghee roast masala to this, into which I'm going to be adding my chicken wings and cooking them for about 30 to 35 minutes. I'm also making a very nice dish. जो masala बचता है, I like to make a lovely rice with it. And what do I call it? I call it a ghee roast rice. Why not? Lovely. These chicken wings are beautifully done. Now you can see my butter is bubbling. I'm going to turn it down a little bit, and then what we're going to do is we're going to start skimming it from the top. So now the butter is begin to boil. The solids skim to the top, and this is what we have to do is we just need to skim this off on the top. So once I finish skimming here, now you can see this butter is already beginning to clarify. It needs a little more time. By the time I let it stay here, it's going to be beautifully clarified, okay? Fantastic. Now also, when you clarify the butter, it gives a beautiful flavor to it. And also at the same time, it does not burn. Because as you clarify it, the smoking point of this butter goes really, really high. So now for our ghee roast masala. So I have with me about 10 to 12 soaked red chilies here, okay? Yes. So I'm going to put obviously all of them here, okay? Now remember, हम इसके साथ ghee roast चावल भी बनाएंगे, so I'm going to need a little more extra. Now this water is almost like liquid gold, which I'm going to be using it while making the sauce, while thinning out the masala, etc. So we're going to add all our ground spices. I'm going to add about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, about 9 to about 10 cloves of garlic. I'm also adding a bit of ginger, which you may not find in recipes, but I love to add ginger. And also with this, I'm going to be adding a little bit of fresh green chilies as well, for the little freshness flavor. I'm also going to be adding some curry leaves to this as well. We're also going to be frying some later and all for the tadka and to finish it. But I'm just going to be adding a few curry leaves in this as well. Okay. A pinch of salt, not too much. Okay. Perfecto. Along with that, tamarind, imli ka paste, या imli ka puree, या imli ka extract. Tamarind extract, you can buy them whole. उसको हम गर्म पानी में डालते हैं, the whole tamarind with the seeds, then we take it out. But आजकल, you know, everything is available. So I've got a beautiful tamarind puree, which I just got from my kirana shop. So we've got about 2 tablespoons of tamarind puree in here. And then, as I mentioned, I'm going to be adding a little bit of our pani as well. And next, let's blend it all. And my ghee roast masala is ready. Time to fry the wings now, and then take them out, fry the masala, and boom, 35 minutes, and we have a fantastic dish made with my favorite present butter. So we have our lovely clarified butter here now to start off our things. Now definitely a little bit of tadka for our stuff. So we have a little bit of garlic which I'm putting in here. I'm going to add a little bit of ginger. About a teaspoon each, I would say. And some green chilies, okay? Beautiful. Now another method, a good way to also do it if you want, आप जो अपने chicken wings जो है, you can even finish them in the oven or start cooking them in the oven. You can also cook this in the air fryer and then cook it in the pot. The choice is yours, okay? So we have our lovely aromats happening here. अभी हम इसमें डालेंगे हमारे chicken wings. Beautiful. Now look at that. Now as I had mentioned, आप इसको pre-marination करके आप रख सकते हो. The longer the better. But you know, with the ghee roast masala penetrating straight into this, I think we already have a winner. So I think ये जो basic जो marination हमने डाली है, जो नमक है, हल्दी है, नींबू का रस है, I think we are on a good wicket. Beautiful. कड़ी पत्ता का टच. Beautiful. So normally recipes आपको बोलेंगे डीप फ्राई करो, लेकिन I don't think आपने कभी चिकन विंग्स, वो भी घी रोस्ट, वो भी प्रेसिडेंट बटर के साथ घी बना के. This is the first one here. So definitely do like, do share, do subscribe. Let me know any other cool recipes which you want to do. I'm always there for you guys. And thank you for this lovely response. You guys have been very kind to me. I hope you're really enjoying the recipes. And if you haven't done it, cling cling, ring the bell right now, ting ting ting. So we're just going to give this a really nice color. इसको थोड़ा सा बोलेंगे, and literally while we are frying them or shallow frying them, I would say in the ghee, what's also happening is that ये बहुत प्यार से पक रहे हैं. They're also cooking very nicely. Look, it gets a very nice color to it. Beautiful. Nice, beautiful. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Now all the chicken juices and the butter and the spices, oh my god, this is like one hell of a dish. So I'm going to be so you don't want to lose all the juices and the flavors. Fantastico. So chicken wings are kind of, I would say, half cooked, because I like to really cook my chicken wings through. So literally when you eat them, pachak, the bone comes off and you're left with this lovely, delicious recipe. So dekhiye, now you can see here how beautifully the butter has clarified while it's cooking. Look, and we've got a fantastic butter. And you know the best part is that even on a high cooking temperature, this does not burn. How cool is that? So next I'm going to be putting literally about 100 to 150 grams of our ghee roast masala, and I'm going to be frying this right here. Now at this stage you have to be a little careful. You got to make sure that you are constantly stirring, okay? नहीं तो ये मसाला है चिपक जाता है. But if you're using a good pan, like a non-stick pan, a cast iron, or a really good tri-tip steel pot, nothing's going to happen. But definitely tender loving care is always required, as I've always told you. So देखिए now, this is cooking very beautifully here. Lovely. Now check this out. Wow. So you can see once the oil kind of starts separating, the masala is like almost getting there. It's almost cooked. It's been about 8 or 9 minutes already. Lovely. Now at this point, what I would do is I would take this chicken wings and put them back to where they actually belong. That's in the masala. Wow, I just love it. I will be checking the salt वगैरह much later, but you know what? I think I'm quite confident कि हमने नमक काफ़ी डाला है इसमें wings में, और जो हमारा घी है, the ghee is also really nicely salted. Look at that, all the juices. Oh my God, amazing. Perfect. Now what we need to do is अभी हम इसे बिल्कुल अच्छी तरह मिक्स कर देते हैं. Okay, so all the masalas get really nicely coated with this. Beautiful. Now as I mentioned, थोड़ा सा हमारा मिर्ची का पानी भी डाल देते हैं हल्का सा. Beautiful. So that almost becomes like a a stock, I would say. Fantastico. It's time to put this on the back burner, or in this case on the side burner, and let's get on with our ghee roasted rice. Now it's time for some ghee roast rice. Now imagine you are actually planning to make this dish. Okay, I'm putting into a scenario. Marinade ho gaya, chicken is cooked, masala is ready. As you saw these amazing steps. Now what I did before, चावल को मैंने 3-4 बार wash किया है. I've soaked it for 40 minutes and then drained it and it's ready. So this is all called planning. It's very simple, it's not rocket science. So by the time my wings are cooked, my rice is also going to be ready, or maybe 5-7 minutes here and there. But the idea is that good planning, good intent gives you a beautiful meal. So I'm slicing a couple of onions for my lovely ghee roast rice. Now, onions will give that really nice, beautiful flavor to the rice. And remember I told you, मैंने ये जो घी रोस्ट मसाला है यहाँ पे बिल्कुल चावल के लिए रखा है. And this is just perfect. It's enough. You don't need to go to OTT because यहाँ also हमारी देखो beautiful, देखो first class एक अच्छी ग्रेवी भी बन रही है उसको. Okay? Perfect. So once again back to my ghee or my clarified butter. Perfect. To this, I'm adding a teaspoon or so of mustard seeds. Beautiful. And then I'm also adding some jeera and some black peppercorns. Lovely. Along with curry leaves. Okay, beautiful. Fantastic. Crackling, crackling, crackling. Into which we add our sliced onions, about 2 medium-sized onions. Beautiful. So we are sauteing this really well. So you don't want to brown the onions literally. हर बिल्कुल kind of soft कर रहे हैं उसको, translucent कर रहे हैं, because you know in about 20 to 25 minutes your onions also going to be beautifully smothered and giving you a beautiful flavor. And you know that mouthfeel जो प्याज और चावल के अंदर है, it's just unbelievable. Yes. Next, ghee roast masala. Give this a nice mix. Beautiful. I'm also adding half a lemon juice here for that zing, zing, zing flavor. Little touch to it. Beautiful. Lovely. अब हम डालेंगे हमारे soaked चावल. About 200 to 220 grams of rice. Nice. अब at this stage, giving this a little mix. Nice. I have some water here which I'm going to add first into the bowl, because ये जो मसाला हमने इतने प्यार से बनाया है, ठीक है, उसको हम खींच लेते हैं, as we call it. And then we're going to be adding this. Now look at that. Beautiful. So giving this a little mix. If you want, you can also add some lovely tomatoes if you want in this. Why not? So it'll be almost like a Mangalorean style tomato ka pulao. How cool is that? Perfecto. Oh, fantastic. So you have this really beautiful rice here. Fantastic. So we have our chicken wings ready, to which I'm going to be adding just a touch of some jaggery, jaggery powder actually. So it gets a slightly, thoda sa halka, sweetish kind of flavor. And then I'm going to be adding a little more of this lovely ghee. Beautiful. Excellent. So ये हमारा ghee roast chicken wings ready. So thought I would present it almost like a one platter meal, one pot meal, comfort zone types. So you can literally eat this, watch TV, sit on the balcony, sit on a good date night with someone, you never know. Now let's adorn it with these lovely ghee roast chicken wings made with Hamara President butter. Perfect. And then we have our gorgeous ghee roast sauce going here. Look how solid this is. A bit of garnishing and ready. So hope you're really enjoying this recipe as much as I loved cooking it. I would love you to share this recipe. Definitely cook it. And by the way, this is a really good recipe in case you want to use it with paneer, with tofu, with mushrooms. Oh my God, mushrooms ghee roast is next on the list. So do check it out, do like and do subscribe. A little bit of garnishing and boom, we are ready. So our ghee roast is plated up and just some garnishes before we can rock and roll. So we have some fried coconut, some lovely curry leaves. Wow, maza aa gaya. I hope you really like this recipe because I just love cooking this for you. Do like, do share, do subscribe. Remember, cooking has to be fun. It's not a rocket science. So guys, just go for it. Get your pack of President butter and let's start cooking.